Hi and welcome along to another video. I thought today I would do a little video on post-holiday mobility and energy flow. I've just had a bit of a long weekend away where I've been a bit more sedentary, so I feel a little bit relaxed, which is great, but I also feel a little bit more stiffer than usual as well. So let's look at that today. And let's just do a disclaimer. Before participating in any of the exercise videos on my channel, please consult your physician, healthcare provider, GP or doctor, just to make sure that these exercises are suitable for you right now. Okay, let's begin. So let's get a good posture on. If you're participating along with me, feet together, toes out, heels to align, soft knees. Let's have a little bit of tipping of the pelvic forward and back, going through the two extremes. I mean, even that is good. That's a bit of a standing cat and cow, isn't it? You know, which we're going to look out on all fours in a moment. But we're really doing this just to find neutral spine. So neutral spine is the part in the middle of those two extremes. Lovely. Shoulders forward, back, up and down. Chin on the bookcase. Let's begin with a bit of mobility. Head from side to side. Just nice and slow and controlled. If one side is different to the other, that's cool. Let's not force anything. Let's go with our range. And then when you're ready, return the head to center and just go one ear to ceiling. And then this switching of the sides. Lovely. Let's add in a few more shoulder rolls when the head's back to central. Good, let's do a few of these. Shoulders forward, up, back and down. Change direction when you're ready. And keeping the knees soft, let's just pop hands into like a prayer position and have the index finger underneath the chin so that stays on the bookcase. And then just turn to one side, keeping the hips facing forward, so it might only be a few inches. Keep the knees nice and soft. So we're just moving down the spine in terms of mobility. Let's go back to middle and go through some hip circles. Just trying to control the movement, keeping it slow. Change direction. Lovely, and when you're ready, we're going to a single leg balance. One side, then the other. And let's extend and bend the leg as well. Change sides. I always like to have something close by in case my balance decides to give me a little warning, but it's not good this time of day. Switch legs and then little bend and extend of just the foot. Lovely, change sides. Good, so a little bit of mobility, and already I can feel my sort of getting a little bit of energy, but I'm just going to come onto all fours. So I want to do a little bit of work on a little bit more spinal mobility. So hands underneath the shoulders at shoulder distance, knees underneath the hips at hip distance. Then let's just go into our cat and cow, taking the tailbone away from us, taking the head wherever's comfortable. You feel nice length in the spine, and then pushing through the hands as we tuck the tailbone under, coming into our cat. So feel a nice extension of the muscles. And just going between those two movements. You can just tie up your breath, one in breath and one out breath if you wish. Then we'll come back into the neutral position, looking down to the ground. Then just take your hips over to one side and the other. And as you're doing that, just take the head to the opposite side. So as your hips go to the right, the head turns to the left, and vice versa. Lovely. Now I do want to put a little bit of energy in my body, so I'm just going to take my right hand off the ground, take my left knee off the ground, breathe everything out. Breathe in, everything out. Slowly lower. Same for the other side, left hand, right knee, breathe everything out. Breathe in, breathe everything out. Feel the abdominals hollow and just gently tighten. Slowly release. Keep the hands where they are, just take the knees off the ground, slide the heels and the foot back, coming onto toes. Same thing, 3 breaths here, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly lower the knees down to the floor. Then keep the toes tucked into the ground as we then now take our knees off the ground and push ourselves back. So we're coming into a down dog. Lovely. Just slowly lower the heels towards the ground. If the back of the legs are tight, you can just paddle the legs. Let the head hang heavy. And to finish off, we're just going to do 2 rounds of that high plank breathing out. So let's come into that now. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and going back into your down dog. So don't worry if your breath's not in tune to that, but we do want to sort of get all the out breath. Get everything out of the body. Let's do one more time. So making sure we're supporting the body. Imagine you've got the weight of the ceiling on your back. Keep your head and neck in neutral. Suck the thigh muscles in towards the bone. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the knees and then go push back into your downward dog. Lovely. Just a couple of breaths here. You can go nice and slow and deep between your in and out breaths. Slowly lower the knees to the ground. Take the knees out, bring the feet together. Slowly sit back. If it's comfortable, keep the arms outstretched in front of you. Just 3 breaths here to finish. Take your time coming back to all fours. Grab a seat wherever you're comfortable. And then we're just closing the seated scan. So wherever's comfortable, just take a moment just to close the eyes. Take a couple of breaths. In and out through the nose. See if we can feel a difference between how the body felt before we started. Is there less blockages? Is there less tension? Is there more energy? Is there more calm? Is there more stillness? Lovely. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's what I needed from my little post-holiday slump to get me back on track, feeling a bit more mobile and having a little bit more energy. I'll see you next time. Take care. All the best. Toodaloo.